What?
You have one great energy.
No. In order to conquer, first one must become incredibly frustrated. This is the path. It is the only path. First, you must become incredibly frustrated by wading upstream until you believe in yourself and get out of the damn creek.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and then you can walk around on dry ground and watch everybody else down there floundering in the water.
Wow.
This is how life works, okay? You spend the first part of your life being subjected to whatever all of the adults around you happen to throw your direction.
Right, and this is why they say when you get 40, you start your next...
Then you spend...
32.
Okay, so that's the first 2 to 20, 25 years, right?
Yeah.
And depending on how immersed you become in that, you may be much older than 25 and still have the perception that everyone else has more control, and that you can get lost in because you were always told you were wrong and everybody else was right, and because they were the adults that took care of you and fed you. You somehow
like what I said at that bar the other day.
come to the conclusion that you're always seeing things from the perception of a little kid, and that everyone else thinks they're right, but they're not. And it can take you to your 40 to figure out that,
that's where discordant
comes
into play, because everyone's right.
At which point you become one of the adults, because you now go.
Here's the thing.
That phrase, it can't be just like you go up and you go say, I don't care what anybody thinks of me. It's when you realize that, in fact, ultimately, it doesn't really matter nearly as much what anyone else thinks of you as what does it of what you think of you.
Right.
Right? And life in a nutshell is, how do I think about myself?
It's
because
a journey of self-discovery.
If there is a universal truth, it is that it is incredibly difficult
to have good weather.
I'm not going to say impossible.
It's incredibly difficult to have good weather when everybody else is saying it's going to rain.
To learn how to give away something that you don't possess. Right? And if you don't possess like for yourself, what the fuck are you ever going to like anybody else? Yeah. They're all better than you. No wonder you can't stand any of the bastards. It's because you don't like yourself enough. If you really, truly can like yourself,
then what does anyone else's opinion matter?
Well, it doesn't matter if it matters or not. You can actually like them for who they are and realize, why would it? They're different. Cool. And if all the people on the fucking planet could get to that point,
their self-esteem.
Okay, so I think the internet is taking us there.
I think so too, and that's why they're trying to censor it. They don't want to be taken there. And
the internet is taking us there because all these people, all these places, all around the fucking globe, can communicate with each other.
Can I say something?
Okay, you want to see evil? You want to see evil in action, right? If a giant negative evil thing is in action, what it is it's fishing for your information and using it against you, and all this crap, right, which causes people to be really cautious in who they approach and who they talk to and what they have to say. And anything that causes fear or a fearful reaction or a cautious reaction or any of that just fucking needs to go away. And the only way to make it go away is laugh at it and don't pay it any fucking attention and just go on with life.
Exactly. Because and when people make a huge issue out of shit, it keeps going on and on and on and on.
I understand that, and I understand that's why it just frustrates you so bad. And I understand that when I hear the tone of your voice when the kids frustrate you so bad. Okay? So I have to ask you, what is it about their behavior in those moments?
But I understand it the same when I hear you
Oh, I know what it is with me. I'm jealous that they can throw a temper tantrum and I can't.
It's the fact that you want them
and
to...
I don't feel, because